All right, I thought I'd do a little Valheim house update. I've been working on my house quite a bit. I've added a quote unquote throne. It's more like a little chair. This is the upper level. I've actually just planted a bunch of the beech trees in, so now I have all these like nice trees growing around. I didn't realize how quickly they grew, and I think I planted like 70 of them outside. It was pretty much devoid of trees before because I'm in the Black Forest, and I chopped them all down in order to build this house, which required quite a lot of wood. And then I had almost no trees, and I thought, I wonder if it'll work to plant some more trees. And so I planted about 70 beech trees, and yeah, they just sprung up in no time, and now I'm absolutely surrounded in forest. So yeah, this is my house. Right across the way is a bridge onto a little island where I had been gathering some additional wood, since yeah, this house actually required quite a lot of wood to build. Just running down, and all those beech trees that have grown up there didn't used to be there. It used to be totally empty of trees, but I think it looks really serene. I really like the swaying of the trees and the wind in this game. It's really relaxing. Here's the little harbor. I did a time-lapse video of building this harbor, and the ship seems to still be there, which is good. It hasn't blown away or anything. I don't know if ships can actually do that. Right across the way is actually the plains. I'm in the Black Forest, and I'm right beside the meadow. So this location is actually kind of interesting in that it's right on the border of three different biomes. I didn't realize that actually when I built it. I just kind of randomly built it here because, yeah, I just, thought there was a lot of trees. I thought I'd chop them down and see what happened. But now that I've done it, I realize, oh, this is like interesting spot. It's right on the edge of three different biomes. So this is the bridge that goes across to where I had been gathering quite a bit of copper and tin and trees. I've actually replanted a bunch of the trees because it was looking pretty clear cut and didn't quite have that beautiful Valheim serenity when I was looking out at the view anymore. So all of those trees along the shoreline have been replanted, and yeah, they look really nice. I like the beech trees. They have a very relaxing look to them. And so I built a road. I've also got a time-lapse video of this running along it. It actually takes about, what does it take, 4 minutes or 5 minutes to run all the way along the length of this road. This took about 10 hours to build, maybe a little longer even. And it took about 6 full crates of that up from the little trolley that you pull along that holds quite a bit of wood. It took about 6 full crates of wood to actually build this entire thing. But you know what? See, here's the thing. This is such a relaxing game that really has no purpose other than, you do creativity, right? You do things that are creative and kind of relaxing. And what I've found is that this game is so great for like listening to audiobooks or just doing some sort of passive activity that, normally you might fall asleep. I mean, at least me, I like to listen to audiobooks, but usually if I'm just listening to an audiobook, I'll fall asleep. So it's good to have some sort of activity like driving. But if you're working or you're doing something which requires a bit of brain activity, you can't really pay attention to what book you're listening to. But Valheim seems to be just the right amount of low-level brain activity that you don't fall asleep, but you're not distracted either from the book that you're listening to. So, man, oh man, Valheim is this sort of creative relaxation mindset that, yeah, it's just really nice. If the whole goal is just to kind of kick back and relax and do something creative that doesn't require a lot of, planning or thought or whatever. A little bit of planning goes into something like building a road. First, what I actually did here is I carved out the path with a pickaxe and a hoe, or is it a rake, whatever it is. So I carved out a path, and initially I was thinking that was as far as I was going to go. I'm just going to carve out a path, and actually the carving out of the path took quite a long time. That took a couple hours or so. And then I thought, you know what? I'm feeling ambitious. let's put wood over the entire length of the thing. But you can see that there are sections that are carved out just to make the overall, the trip make a little more sense. Kind of, the road takes a path that kind of is working with the job. I mean, very much in the way that highway builders would build a highway. That's kind of a neat thing about Valheim, is that you could build a straight line if you wanted to, but it kind of pays to work with the geography and the landscape in a certain way, because there are certain directions that will be easier to build a road out through, right? So yeah, I really like a lot of things about this game. And what's funny is this game is not even my style of game. I've never liked this kind of game of crafting and just sort of building and things, but there's something about Valheim. Maybe it's the attention to the environment. Maybe it's the survival system. The action mechanics are pretty decent. Maybe it's just the relaxation or the simplicity of building, but also the potential to create sort of more complex things without having an overly complicated crafting system. There's something about Valheim. It's just very, very, very relaxing. So if that's the goal, if your goal is just to relax and have some kickback time, Valheim's great. So here we are approaching the end of my wood road. I thought I'd finish up with sort of a grand entry piece that symbolizes the entrance to this island where my road is upon, just kind of the marker point, right? I thought it would kind of make sense. Anyway, that's it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing more updates as I continue to develop this island that I have claimed for my very own, and keep uploading videos.